긴 경기장 도시양.
Okay, welcome back, guys. It is now time for game number 8 between FX Open and Vile Gaming. In the top left-hand corner here of Antigua Shipyard, we have our blue Terran player from Team FXO. That is ASD. And in the bottom right-hand corner is his opponent, hailing from Team Vile. Our pink Terran player was taking 2 games in a row from great players. That is Illusion.
Yes. The only question here is how quickly will the fusion core come in this game? That's what I'm really curious to see. Will it be on a reactor this time, possibly?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
We actually
we'll
had
have to wait and see.
We had a Havanator11 on Twitter say, I just lulled so hard when Katspachama's SE2 couldn't find the fusion core, and then kept on
not something you
going
expect to have to do
after
in a
he
game,
found it on
really.
the tech lab. Yeah, it was
All right.
awesome.
But we have to change gears here. This actually is a matchup that we could see a fusion core legitimately made. Every once in a while in really late game TVT, you do see battle cruisers, only because the people who make them aren't cool enough to make Seeker Missile and Ravens. But you do see battle cruisers every once in a while.
It's true.
Yep. Cross maps here for ASD and Illusion.
Yes.
And there is barracks for both of these guys.
Yep, no gas first coming out of either of these players quite yet. So sometimes you'll see that quick Banshees are still popular in TVT, but
yeah, you still see it quite a bit. This map isn't maybe the best for Banshees, so I'd be surprised if we saw something like that in this. It seems like it would be. You know, I mean, it seems like there's a lot of space between all the bases and a lot of space to fly. But when you actually get down to it and kind of are trying to micro your Banshees, you're like, wow, I actually don't have a lot of room here as I would on some other maps.
Very, very true. And it looks like actually not only are both players not going to go gas first, they're not going to get gas at all before they put up their expansion, as they're well into their supply right now. And we are going to see 1 Rex gasless FEs for both of these guys, so we could have quite the macro TVT on our hands.
Yep, going in for a little bit of a longer game, it looks like, in this case.
All right, let's see here now. Both players putting up their orbital commands. Looks like actually Illusion was 1 supply later, as a matter of fact. So wanted to make sure he got out that 16th SEV, it appears. So he'll be slightly delayed on his timings, but of course he's going to have 1 additional SEV. So not a huge difference between our 2 players yet, though.
Yeah, it's kind of that situation these days where after they change the barracks build time, it doesn't quite line up nicely with your 15th supply anymore. So some players have been just kind of waiting a little bit and then starting it anyway, and some players will go ahead and make that 16th SCV and then start the orbital command after that.
And looks like ASD has actually gone right after the refineries, double refineries, as a matter of fact. His opponent, Illusion, just waiting for a little bit, adding additional barracks for the time being. And always loved ASD when he was Faux U, of course. So ASD Faux U just flowed with the ASDF so well. Always made me lull a little bit.
Yep. And I remember when FXO first did buy Faux U, they actually offered ASD the opportunity. They said, if you want to keep it ASD FXO, you can do that. Ooh. But he was like, no, I'm just going to go to ASD and I'll just put FXO in front of my name. So they offered it to him and he turned it down. I don't know,
conforming with the new team.
That's right. Yep.
I guess. But anyway, so we already have a factory dropping down for ASD. His opponent, on the other hand, did decide to go into double gas, but again, after his next barracks came up. So this is, again, actually moving into a 3rd barracks right away. So bio out of him for the time being, and a factory for now out of ASD.
Yeah, reactor as well on one of those barracks, too. So he's going to want to make a lot of... Okay, so there's the tech lab. So I would imagine Illusion is probably going to be going bio. It seems like a well-duh thing at this point because there are 3 barracks. But, you know, sometimes people do weird things like get 3 barracks and then don't get add-ons on them, just make Marines for a while and then switch into something else. That's a pretty fast starport, though, for ASD. We'll have to see what he plans to use for that. I think we are actually going to see Banshees in this matchup.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of gas saved up. This delayed Banshee timing, especially if there's Cloak involved, can do a decent amount of damage. So we'll have to see. It could just be... okay, yeah, tanks.
Tank. All right.
Just going to go right into Tank Marine Medevac. All right.
Okay, so it's going to be
with that.
A little bit later, of course, because he has the 2nd base already down, and he's making sure that he saturates this first one as much as possible, and it'll feel secure when he makes a little push in a bit. Illusion, on the other hand, just producing a ton of bio units. Oh, the scan actually sees the 2nd reactor on the way as well.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
That's good old-fashioned 620 scan. It's when you normally see it in TVT, and it's a good timing to just go in there. And when you scan like that, if you get a good view, you know, you should know exactly what your opponent's doing. And it will be Cloak Banshees. All right. Yeah, we do see this every once in a while. I still feel like Antigua's not the best for it. I guess he did, yeah. Oh, you know, actually, that was, you know, he did that because of the 620 scan, because that's what he was going to be scanned. And if
it happened.
Yep, Illusion saw that. He saw the factory making something with the tech lab on there, and he thought, well, is this maybe a Blue Flame Hellion drop? Yeah. Is this maybe just going right into Marine Tank? Medevac, really smart little move by ASD. I
really like it, as a matter of fact. And I'm actually having way too much fun switching back and forth between the views because the buildings just move back and forth. Yep. Anyway, so let's see here. Illusion is going to have a lot of Marines out. Is he going to have an engineering bait, though? Yes, he already does have one, as a matter of fact.
Is he going to have any Marines at his base? That's the other question.
There you go.
He is pulling back now. Okay, so.
Yep. All right. Yeah, looks like he's going to head back home now. His stim is on the way, actually not that far in advance of his opponent. Now, let's see here. There's a great way to just convince his opponent.
You know what, though? Illusion is going to be so ready for this because he has a Marine at the third. He's moving another one over in position to catch the other flight path. Illusion is really, really showing some skill in this match.
Yeah, he really is, as a matter of fact.
Hello, Banshee.
And that was on move commands, of course. So looks like ASD knows that it is up, and we may see some missile turrets here in a second, or hopefully we do.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know there's Cloak quite yet. Now he does.
Oh, yeah.
No, actually, okay, he does see it.
Does he have a scan available? He does, so he's at least saving up a little bit of energy, and now he knows that the Banshee is going after the SEVs.
Yep.
All right.
That's right. Too many Marines to just go after those.
Is getting quite a few kills, as a matter of fact. There's some missile turrets going up back at home.
Is the turret going to finish? Looks like it is. He's going to allow that to happen, just moving some SCVs over there just in case.
Yes.
And the Marines can see it. Oops.
Nice.
Trapped between a turret and a bullet-filled place there.
That's true. Similar to a rock and a hard place.
That's right. Only deadlier.
6 workers killed now. So it looks like Illusion has done a pretty good job of mitigating the damage from this. Of course, that is a big investment of resources, not just the Banshees themselves, but also the Cloak.
Well, the nice thing for Illusion, too, is that because he got combat shields first, it's 3 shots to kill every Marine instead of just 2. Those 2 obviously not interested in fighting, but it looks like he's still going to be okay. Not going to take too much damage from this.
His opponent is up by 8 supply now, so ASD is on tanks and Banshees and Marines, whereas Illusion just on his Marine composition at the moment, but it looks like he's going to move in with a big drop, and the sensor tower's not done yet.
Yeah.
All right.
So that is a sensor tower, isn't it? All right.
Yes,
well,
it is. Stim is done as well.
This drop could do some damage. The tanks are out, but is siege mode finished yet? I don't know if he's gotten it yet at this point.
Yes, he has.
Okay.
All right. So this has already been quite a bit of damage done for Illusion. There's the scan. Is he going to get the Banshee? He does. Going through quite a few Marines as well. The drop will eventually get cleaned up. Let's see if he can take a tank with him. Looks like no. Siege mode is finished, and sieging up gets away with just 1 Marine, but disrupted mining for quite a while.
Yeah, good little drop by Illusion. He's sending another one up there. A little bit of pause, I guess. And we're back into the game already.
Yes,
but yeah, a nice little drop from Illusion, doing some damage, kind of keeping his opponent pinned in his base for now. That's going to let Illusion take a third quickly if he wants to, and he is indeed building a third command center.
Oh, he's really going to watch for this, though. Looks like Illusion going to drop behind the gas. It's still not going to do too much. Stim is now done for both players. Illusion just going to stick with this, though. Lost a lot of Marines there, unfortunately.
It does kill a tank, which does help, but yeah, that may not have been worth it. He didn't lose his medevac, so which is a big deal. I mean, Marines are very replaceable in this matchup, so he's still doing pretty well. He's down by about 20 supply right now, but he's given himself time to catch up, and that's kind of the most important thing really right now.
Where the third base is at for both players, it looks like Illusion is quite a bit ahead of his opponent because he's already turning this into an orbital command, so he'll be able to take his third here in a second. But, of course, that Banshee is waiting for just such a possibility.
Yep, that's right. There's a lot of medevacs out there already.
Yes, it is.
What is the Marine count up to, too, by the way?
It is 26-30 in favor of ASD at the moment.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, it's mostly just those medevacs that are making the difference now.
There's a lot of crazy drop play. Oh, that Marine is going to not see the medevacs. Wow, that was
right on by.
A bit of luck. He's actually just dropping them right there.
Okay, yeah, well, he won't see him because that's on high ground now, so.
Yeah, all right. Maybe checking to see if there's a fast third from ASD. That would be a really fast third considering what ASD is doing.
And
oh, hello.
Banshee's revealed again, but of course he sees the next base popping up. So we'll see the Banshee comes back and does damage. Nope, looks like he's running away. Illusion, though, I'm not sure if he's going to run back or not. I don't know. He's producing 3 more reactors right now, but not a lot of units on the field for him. He's actually fallen behind by 21 supply.
You know, I thought maybe he's going to be trying to take out the rocks there, but no, he's just kind of sitting there, and he's got to be really careful. He's going to lose that entire army. Does get the Cloak Banshee, though. That does help. And
he's really got to be careful now. ASD did see those medevacs a second ago.
Okay, now, he does see him now. And is ASD going to turn around? No, he's just going to go for it. He's going to make Illusion react to him. This is a really strong push coming across the map for ASD right now, actually.
Yeah, really is a medevac. Mostly just medevacs is the only thing that Illusion has an advantage over his opponent. He has less tanks, he has less Marines, and looks like he's slightly ahead on upgrades, but ASD... Yeah, he is on 0-0 upgrades.
Big stim there, too.
Yeah,
luckily he's got a ton of medevacs.
Oh, looks like he is planning to flank here in just a second. Oh, he's got to watch out.
Oh, that's
he's
not
actually
work.
Going for it.
Oh,
doesn't even pick off a tank.
Get the tank.
Oh, not so good.
That Marine's like, come at me, bro.
And, no. A lot of medevacs are going to fall here. Looks like they're just getting away and sacking the Marines in the process.
Well, either way, I mean, ASD is really far ahead. He's got what could be a devastating army against Illusion if he decides to push it.
Yeah.
Looks like he's just going to pull back a little bit, wants to wait, stay a little bit safer as he takes his 3rd.
So we could have a decently long game on our hands because the production for Illusion is actually quite a bit better than his opponents at the moment, I believe. Yeah, it looks like he's just throwing up engineering bays and armories at the moment, but still just producing off of 3 barracks, whereas Illusion, on the other hand, he's producing off of 6 barracks and double factory.
Yeah, and Illusion really knows this matchup well, you can tell. He switched right over to 2 factories to produce tanks, knew he needed to kind of catch up and stuff like that. You know, if you're going tanks right away, if you stick on Marines a little bit longer, it's like, yeah, okay, you're like oh, wow, that drop.
Wow.
That was a big fail drop there. But it's like, yeah, if you go your tank slightly later, you'll have Oh, never mind. There's just stuff happening.
Oh, no! There goes down 2 tanks right there as Illusion gets a nice little win. It appears as though ASD is trying to make his way into the main, but the tanks on the high ground are doing so well now for Illusion. He has actually pulled a supply advantage. He's down by 4 workers still, but he does have the much better siege tank and medevac count.
Yes, he does. Trying another drop here, and he is going to kill some SCVs with it as well.
Yes, he is.
So he's going to end up losing the medevac, though, with it.
Yeah, but he killed
some damage. Oh, there's a drop at the 3rd of ASD as well.
Oh, wow, that's actually killing a lot of SCVs right now. Illusion is just playing so well at the moment.
No kidding, man.
Yeah.
Illusion.
Player to look out for, really, in the West.
No kidding, and he's so young, too. I mean, for his age, to really have the presence of mind to make decisions like this. Very, very impressive play by Illusion.
All right, well, it looks like he's going to try and move right back in and drop again. We'll see how quickly ASD reacts to this. And Illusion getting down a couple of units right away. And very nice job getting that medevac out of the way as well, making sure all of his units can be used. The missile turret is going to go down. ASD is forced to react to this, bringing in some units to clean this up, yes. But if he was thinking of pushing at any time, it's just not going to work out. Illusion now almost maxed.
Yep, that's right. He also has +3 weapons started, whereas ASD only has +2 weapons. Actually, it's going to be 3-3 for Illusion. +1 vehicle weapons. I can finally say it.
There you go.
Up for Illusion as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has just played this TVT so well right now. But the thing about Marine Tank is that it could swing very rapidly, very quickly. So he's not out of the woods yet, so to speak. He still needs to play very carefully.
Oh my God! If he would have moved up 5 seconds ago, he would have just killed a ton of stuff. But as it stands, he needs to back up. You were saying very carefully because you really want this high ground in this Selnaga tower. Oh no!
He's going for it.
Illusion's just going to push into this. I don't know how well this is going to work out for him.
Man,
it looks like a slaughter so far.
He's got a lot of tanks. He's got the tank advantage, but man, he lost a lot of Marines there. He's still got 30 supply up right now.
Yeah.
On ASD right away dropping on those siege tanks.
Yes,
Nice siege by Illusion just to kind of keep that a little bit more safe.
Does lose another tank, though, and he's still up by 25 supply overall, so he gets close to actually breaking this position up at the top.
He's making 12 Marines at once. Oh, don't do it. Oh,
he's just going to go for it.
I guess
the
ASD
pretty well.
Well, he moved some stuff back. I thought his stuff was all still there.
And now he has control of the high ground.
This is risky. This is so risky by Illusion.
He could lose so many tanks right now. If he loses this whole tank army, that would actually be hard to recover from. Looks like he is starting to slowly take out units over at the top, but both players are just just flooding in units. It's actually a 50 supply advantage now for Illusion over ASD, and he is retaking the top of the high ground here next to the Xel'Naga Tower.
Yeah, it looks really awkward to see this, but Illusion is ahead on upgrades. He's making 2 tanks at once. He's making 12 Marines at once, and he's also got the medevac production to match ASD as well. So
yeah,
Illusion's just got everything going for him at this point. But I don't know, man. I mean, it's still TVT. It's still Marine Tank. You still need to play it safe. You can't get too aggressive.
Right.
Yeah.
But he has done a good job of pushing his opponent back to his base, and it looks like Illusion actually firing on a couple of structures up at the front, going to force ASD back just that much more. Oh, actually, if he gets tanks up here on the high ground, it'd be very, very good for him. Looks like Illusion doesn't see much of that, actually.
All right. Well, we just heard that a mineral field was depleted.
Yeah, let's actually take a look there. That's almost out. That's getting really low, and that's really ASD's only mining base.
ASD actually does have another base that just started here, but Illusion's going to go for it.
Once again, he's so aggressive.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's really, really relying a lot on his upgrades and his siege tank numbers and his Marine numbers here.
Right.
And he's just kind of pounding his way through the front of ASD, but it's, I don't know, it's so dangerous to play Marine Tank like this.
I
Illusion,
know.
You're giving me a heart attack, man.
But he has been playing, for playing this very aggressive brand like this, though, his positioning has been good, his control has been good. I've basically been casting this entire game with one hand back on top of my head just because I've just been, like, running back in shock the whole time. So
your left hand has been on your head a lot.
Well,
Not
yes, it has.
exaggerating.
Yes, you can confirm. Okay, let's see here. So Illusion is not decided to go through the destructible debris, which I'm a little surprised about. Yeah, now finally going for it, because if he gets up on the high ground there, that is going to be very difficult for ASD to break. Oh, smart decision of the Vikings, though, just to regain air control.
Yep. Oh, man. All right, so he is going for it. He's going to try to do some damage at the third.
Yeah.
This base isn't quite as important to ASD as Illusion thinks it is, though, because of that hidden base.
Oh, but he does take ASD's attention away a little bit.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, Illusion.
Oh, no. He's rolling right forward.
Such a bad idea.
Oh,
he's going to lose his whole army here. He's going to get the medevacs away, at least he should, but losing that positional advantage. The only thing that he has, well, the big thing that he has right now is the gold base, but the upgrades are soon going to be a bit more even. He does have +2 on his tanks, but Illusion needs to stop throwing away units if he wants to win this game. I mean, he's literally giving away the lead to ASD right now.
I think he's been quite far ahead in this game, as a matter of fact, and he's running up with another small group of units. Of course, he wants his positioning on the high ground. Good thing he's not making any more medevacs, because he's got about 1 medevac per Marine right now, and it looks like now ASD's turn to go for it, and he has enough tanks, it looks like, to push this army back. Illusion not going to be able to reinforce this right away. He's going to go for it, though.
No, he is.
Oh, no, Illusion.
This is what you refer to as a snarf.
And, well, he actually did catch ASD on siege there for a couple of seconds, but didn't press it home quick enough, so was only able to take out 1 additional tank. Now Illusion actually down in supply just a little bit.
He's like desperately trying to keep that high ground, because if he doesn't keep it, his gold base is just done for here. But the tank count's so good for ASD right now that Illusion is in some serious trouble.
Yeah, he really is. Even though the supplies may not reflect it, ASD has moved himself into a really nice position, especially with that much more secure 4th on the left-hand side.
Yep. Yeah, and now he's going to have to lose that gold base. Might be able to save it, just maybe.
We'll find out. He's taking out a lot of the SCVs there. Look at that siege tank, 17 kills, 6 kills, 6 kills, 25 kills. He's made good work with those siege tanks. Oh, here comes Illusion. He actually catches these mostly unsieged.
Oh, that's exactly what he needed. There's
yes, it was.
Kicking in a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And he is able to push back ASD once again, if only slightly.
Got to pull back a little bit with those Marines, though. More coming in. He's just swarming over ASD here, man. Are you sure this is a TVT? This is looking like a TVZ almost to me.
No kidding. This has been like incredibly just fast-paced, lots of action this entire game, though. It's 26 minutes in, but it feels like we've been casting for 5 just because the action hasn't stopped.
You know, I have to reiterate, too, that, you know, Illusion has been able to sort of bully ASD around the map right now, but that's really only been because of his Marine production and his upgrades. He still has double the Marine production that ASD has right now. However, the upgrade department is going to start getting a lot better for ASD soon as 3-3 finishes up. The nice thing that Illusion has going for him, though, is that he's going to have that +3 vehicle weapons. That's going to be pretty huge.
Yeah.
But he's still, again, I'm going to say it again, he still needs to play this carefully. He can't get big eyes. He can't get overexcited. We've seen other members of his team lose games earlier this set because of it.
All right, and he is still slightly ahead in supply, though, as long as he doesn't
just
throw it
wants to
away.
go for it.
Yes,
he
he
is catching
does.
him on siege, but that's a lot of Marines. I think he's got enough, though. This is more like it.
Yeah, let's see here. But he hasn't
back,
drawn
though.
any of ASD's units back into the siege tanks. You're exactly right. Now finally kills a few, but ASD did actually work in that supply difference a little bit. But now an additional 19 Marines, 2 medevacs, and 2 tanks being produced at the same time. What's the problem, though, that Illusion's going to run into is that he's almost mined out of this gold. He's completely mined out of every other base. He needs to find another base very quickly.
Well, he hasn't been terribly diligent about dropping and trying to take out the other bases that Illusion has had. He's using the command center in his main, actually, to take his 4th.
Yeah.
And he's not even actually... Oh, okay, he did manage to kill that Marine.
Yes.
So, that's not a situation you want to be in. You want to be building more orbitals right now. Building so many Marines at once is kind of hindering his ability to build more command centers, which may come back to haunt him later. So he's kind of getting himself a bit into an all-in situation here if he doesn't kind of expand a little bit more aggressively, be a bit more careful.
Looks like he's going to make his way out. Does he catch ASD unsieged? He doesn't. Okay, he does kill 1 tank there, but at the cost of about 1 billion Marines. He is reproducing very quickly, though. 14 more Marines coming up at a time. ASD is soon to be maxed, though, and moving to another base, which looks like it's actually being dropped at the moment.
Okay,
a lot of units going down there. Yeah,
Yep.
it looks like that base is actually going to go down. Illusion going to kill that.
Yep. And that's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to worry about those other bases. Very nice that he got that. Now that he has had that gold base, and he's getting the other one, this one's not as big of a deal anymore.
Right.
Nice scan on the army there. He knows exactly what's going on.
Oh, this is just ridiculous. So Illusion going to go for it again. So many tanks run siege there, but they get up just in time.
Oh,
He's
nice.
been so close to this. Is he going to go after tanks? Picks off the one in front that's going to allow his tanks to do a lot more damage. They actually do have a lot of kills, but now finally going down. ASD actually pushing this army back because the bulk of the tanks are actually sitting on the high ground for Illusion and doing nothing. He is ahead, though, again by 50 supply.
Yeah, I think at this point, Illusion has kind of hit that tipping point where I'm pretty sure he can take it. He would have to have a really, really bad engagement right now, or ASD would have to pull some sort of brilliant maneuver to end up winning this game.
Yeah.
There's the stim again.
Yes.
Tank's a little bit unsieged, but again, Illusion's tank's a little bit too far back right now. It might not matter.
I don't know, man. Actually, that was a ton of Marines that were just killed. The
Exactly.
supplies went from about 50 difference to now 17. That's a huge switch.
Oh,
No! Illusion! He unsieged everything, and his tanks are just disappearing at the moment.
Yeah, he's still got that +3 tank weapons, though, so he's still not out of it quite yet. He's still 20 supply up, but he is kind of at a do-or-die situation right now.
Yes, he is.
I'd say he kind of actually just needs to kind of hang back and play a little bit defensive here for the moment.
I agree, because he's safe. He's on another base right now. He could probably even take a base over on the right-hand side as well if you wanted to float up that orbital command. He wouldn't even have to build another command center, even though that's, theoretically what he would actually want to do. Looks like we do have a big train of Marines, but they're not going to find anything up there.
He's been spending, again, all his minerals on Marines, and he didn't have enough for
2 unprotected tanks there.
Yeah, that's ASD pushing.
Yeah.
Illusion back here.
And it looks like he actually baits most of the forces out of Illusion. Illusion now down by 19 supply.
Yep.
And he really doesn't have the economy to continue that ridiculous Marine production that he had before. And now the siege tank count is 5-1 in favor of ASD, and that's exactly what he wanted.
Yeah, Illusion, we did see him taking a lot of risks early on. I kept saying he needs to play this carefully, Well, here's what happens, guys, when you don't play TVT Marine tank carefully enough. You do mine out the gold, which is nice, but you end up at the end of the day with not enough command centers, not enough of really anything, and ASD with some kind of more cautious, careful, methodical play is taking the lead in a big way in this game now, finally.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. He's up by 24 supply. Oh, I really thought Illusion had that. I'm sorry, guys. I was totally pulling for an ace match, I've got to say. I would love this to have come down to a 9th game, but right now,
still might.
Illusion is really fighting the uphill battle now, and he's trying to move and do as much damage as he can to these SCVs, but he's just getting everything killed.
Yeah, a little bit of a desperation move, moving those Marines around the map. The supply continuing to drop. He's still making 20 Marines at once. That is a lot of Marines, but the upgrades are the same as ASD now, so he's not going to have that nice upgrade advantage that he enjoyed earlier. And more importantly, his tank count is a little bit lowered.
Yes, yeah, you're
as well.
definitely right. You're definitely right. And he did float up an orbital command to the top right-hand corner so we can
That's
start
good.
another base, but boom, ASD hadn't taken his Gulch yet,
Yep.
and when that kicks in, he is going to max so quickly.
Yeah, well, if you look at the income, I'm sure it's going to show that it has already kicked
Oh,
in.
yeah.
A little bit higher there for ASD, and now he's going to be the one to be able to add on those barracks, start making a lot more Marines here.
And it looks like,
And-
oh no,
oh, boy.
Illusion getting caught out in the open a little bit. ASD, ooh, got to pull back those
Pull back a
Marines
little
there.
bit farther there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Illusion, he's only sitting on 4 tanks altogether, and a few of his are actually out of position. There's 2 of them. Where are the other 2 at? I guess there.
Yep.
But that's pretty much all of ASD's army. He's done a nice job of grouping it together.
Yeah, ASD just staying a lot more solid, staying a lot more cautious.
Yep.
And this could help if he runs behind the mineral line. Yeah, he can just kind of sit back there out range of the planetary.
Yeah, definitely. Doing a little
Deny
bit of
mining.
damage there. Very
Kinda
nice
nice.
job.
The only problem is that would have been a good thing to do like 10 minutes ago.
Yep, because this is all pretty low.
Yeah, well, now ASD has the gold as well.
Yes.
So it's not going to have a big impact on the economy of our blue Terran player. Yeah, I have to say again, Illusion's not out of it. He still could win.
Yes.
It's
Yes,
going
he
to be
could.
more difficult than it was 5 minutes ago.
I definitely agree, but wow, a 40-minute TVT for Game 8. Who would have thought? Here comes ASD, though. Oh, he catches his opponent's attention elsewhere, and he's able to run through the first couple of tanks and decimates the army sitting out here for Illusion, losing a lot of those precious medevacs as well. Illusion trying to run back, and it
the
looks
gold
like
base.
ASD is just going to try and run right through this orbital command. You are right, a bunch of units running through here for Illusion, but that is dealt with by ASD. This is not going to be dealt with by Illusion.
Nope, there's really nothing he can do. He's going to lose all of his SCVs.
Oh,
He's
that's
gonna
a
lose
slaughter.
Orbital. That is going to be. Oh, that's just sad to watch. Oh no, look away. Oh, the humanity.
Genocide, actually. SCV
Up
genocide.
against the wall.
And oh god,
That is going to be about it. With losing all those units, losing basically his entire economy, I think that Illusion is going to have to type the GG pretty soon here. He made a
Yeah.
valiant effort, but just this has kind of been the theme of the night for Vile, is they have an advantage and then they get a little bit too excited.
Oh,
They push
man.
it a little bit too far, and they overcommit and end up losing here.
Yeah, the first 2 games against Gumiho especially, I think, really reflect that. It looks like ASD is going to clean up this base on the left-hand side here in just a second.
Yep.
Illusion does have a really nice position here on the high ground, but he is down by 115 supply right now, and in a mirror matchup especially, that is almost insurmountable.
Yeah, pretty much. And if you look around the map, I mean, there's really not a lot of other bases he could take at this point. He's got this one, but he's only got 2 mules mining from it
Exactly.
right now. And ASD is going to see this army. He's going to be like, oh, you just have 1 siege tank? Well, I guess I'll just come and kill you then.
Yeah, basically. And so Illusion tried to pick off a couple of units there, but ASD with good positioning, he's going to be able to attack from 2 angles as well if he would like. And I think you're right. I think he's getting close to 8 click to victory time. He's got 4 Vikings, 9 siege tanks, 97 Marines on the field right now.
He's kind of gathering his army up here. He may just decide to bypass it too. I mean, he's so far ahead. He can kind of do whatever he wants. Nope, here he comes, just flanking on 2 sides going up the top. He's like, well, you've got a lot of Marines, but mine are all the same. I've got more. It's upgraded.
Yep.
Goodbye, last siege tank.
24
That is gonna
supply
be about it.
for Illusion, and yeah, these SCVs are like, we'll just take one for the team here.
Yep.
They're going to run after an attack, and it looks like production coming under attack now, and it looks like Vile is going to go down, but what a valiant effort from Illusion. Man, I am just so impressed by this guy.
Yeah, he played really well, but in the end, just not well enough. I
Yeah.
mean, he made some pretty big mistakes, and he paid for it. I mean,
Yeah.
this TVT, like I mentioned earlier, it's a very unforgiving matchup. It's an unforgiving map here on Antigua Shipyards.
Yeah, certainly.
Shipyard, that is.
Yep.
Not plural. I say yards all the time. I really do. Someone pointed that out once, and I'm like, do I do that? I actually do. Yes.
And it looks like ASD just sending in 1 Marine at a time just to make sure that he gives Illusion a chance, but it looks like they're all eventually going to be cleaned up.
Yeah.
Production under fire, 15 supply and falling, and that is all for Illusion.
Yeah, Illusion kind of collecting his thoughts right now.
Yeah.
Taking off, but obviously he has lost this. He has under 10 supply.
Yep.
6, 5.
What a
4,
performance out of FXO, though they are going to move
5.
on to face NS Hosa, which is
Yeah.
going to be a great set.
It should be, and I gotta say, I mean, Vile should feel pretty good about this result.
I agree.
mean, they did win some games. The big thing that they can take away from this is just not getting too eager to win the game. when you're ahead, get more ahead. Don't just try to get there, win that. If they had played by the philosophy, when you're ahead, get more ahead, they would have won. They would have actually beaten FXO.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I guess we don't know who FXO would have sent out after ASD, but, you know, Vile, a lot of their players played really great games.
Yep.
So,
and
you know, just kind of one of those learning experiences, I guess. Not quite sure why Illusion hasn't left the game yet.
No.
It's obviously just beyond over. Making a medevac now is not going to help you, dude.
He's just of course, probably just a little bit frustrated. And looks like ASD already had units waiting for anything that would move over to the left-hand side. That is it. 9 supply now for Illusion. He has 1 SUV, 1 medevac, 3 Marines on the ground.
Yep.
There it
GG.
is. GG. Congratulations to FXO.
Woo!
And
Wow.
they have taken the sets.
What?
That was awesome.
What a series. What a match. I mean, we both talked about at the start it was going to be a walkover. It was not. Not a walkover at all.